Everybody, and welcome to episode 3 of You're Using It Wrong. Today we're going to be talking about the Longsword and the Bastard Sword. So what does Dark Souls have to say about the Longsword? Well, it says it's just a standard straight sword, sufficient in most respects and effective in most situations. So the Dark Souls Longsword is actually quite short, and the modern term Longsword refers to a bastard sword, which is going to make this episode a little bit confusing, but it should be fine. So the Dark Souls Longsword is, like I said, it's quite short, and it's a straight cut and thrust sword designed to be used in one hand, either with a shield or a buckler, like what I'm using. And it would probably be referred to now as an arming sword, and historically it would probably have just been called a sword. Like it says in the description, it's just a standard sword. So it could be used with two hands, but it would be primarily used with just one. As you can see, the Longsword has a much shorter grip than the Bastard Sword, because the Bastard Sword is meant to be used with two hands. And what does Dark Souls have to say about the Bastard Sword? It says it's a standard great sword, and is designed to be wielded with two hands. I don't think I would call it a great sword particularly. It can be used with one hand, but it is primarily meant to be used with two. But I wouldn't refer to a Bastard Sword as a great sword. It could be used with one hand, like I just said. But the reason it generally wasn't is because, if we just stop getting rocks thrown at us for a second, is because of that long grip, like I was talking about before. If you're using it in one hand, it might start getting caught on different things, like on your arm or whatnot. So yeah, basically the Dark Souls Longsword, or the sword as it was just known historically, is just a shorter version of the two-handed Bastard Sword, and that's pretty much it. They're pretty much the same. One is longer, meant to be used with two hands, and other than that there's not much difference. So yeah, I guess if you're using a Bastard Sword primarily one-handed, you're using it wrong, but it was done, so you're not using it that wrongly, I guess. That's the best I can come up with for this episode. Thanks for watching. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.